How are y'all? I was just being nosy. I was listening to Vinny's live stream. Hold on one sec. Let me go turn that water off. I can't stand that. Okay, y'all may hear my washing machine and stuff in the back. I'm sorry, but I had to get my laundry started. Got lots to do today. See who's all been in here. Andrew, Lori, Light Feather. Don't look like anybody's in here. Lisa was in here. So I'll just wait for y'all. It's been raining, so I couldn't do any videos this morning. Thank God I'd done that one last night. Hey, Andrew's in the house. What's up, Andrew? Lisa's in the house. What's up, Lisa? The deer was put down, Lisa. Game warden called back. This morning, a friend of ours called us to come out to his house. It's been raining like hell here. He lives out on the mountain next to the road. There was a buck there who had obviously been hit by a car, and he had broken both of his front legs. So I sent my hubby out there. It's hard for me to see stuff like that. And he ran down to the game warden, got him to come up there and euthanize the deer. Oh yeah, Andrew. He sent my husband a message on Facebook. He's like, "Your wife went off on me," and he's like, "What do you expect? A man standing in the bushes at night and stuff? This is not allowed where I live. My landlord is strict. If you want you're supposed to check in down at the office if you're coming up here, unless you're like family or something like that." Hey, Jeff, good morning. And he also told him, "Hey, Mandy, good morning." He also told him, it's weird. Be creeping around people's houses, which the girl does play games with him, but still what he's doing is not normal behavior. He should be done with that hoe, as they say. That thought over there, kick her to the side. Yes, sir, it is scary. And that's what I told him. I got so mad, y'all, I forgot what I said. I was shaking. He made me so mad because this is like several times that he's done it. And I said last time, next time I catch him up here creeping around, I am going to let him have it. I told him, I said, "You creeping around my house, making my damn dogs bark, making her break her rope." I got these big long ropes with little dog clips on them to hook my dogs up to when they want to go pee. If not, they'll take off down the damn woods chasing deer and shit, Plus, they're not allowed to run around. He made Lady break her damn rope that night. I don't blame her. She was trying to protect me. She will bite you. Oh, Ladybug will. Hey, AP. Morning. Are you not? You feeling good, Leah? Okay, at first I thought you said you wasn't feeling good. Finally feeling baby move. 18 weeks this week. Aw, congratulations. Sorry, I have a new bat headband for Halloween. So excited for the Halloween live. Oh, Sarah, you got to come up. I love your picture. That's such a cool headband. I got that little pumpkin one at the Family Dollar for $1. I like cute stuff like that. And my husband actually, he was in Walgreens and he sent me a picture of that little masquerade mask. He's like, "Do you want that?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's perfect." Yeah, Lori, it's been going on for a long time. My creeper and the drama on YouTube. Shit's got real on YouTube. I'm going to stay out of that. I'm not going to talk about anybody's addiction problems or anything like that. You know what I mean? It's none of my business. I've got my own addiction problems. So it's not for me to say anything about what people get and receive in the mail, I guess. Lord have mercy. I'm going to change the subject before I get myself in trouble here. Let's go to, hold on, yeah, I'll just go to message. Make sure it's not my son. Okay. Need to, oh, yeah, speaking of Halloween, before I get off on true crime, I'm going to have to take my son trick-or-treating. Last year he's trick-or-treating. He wants me to go because we're both going to be dressed up. So we will have to do our Halloween live stream the night before Halloween. Don't matter to me. I like getting dressed up, so I can get dressed up twice. Or we can do it Halloween morning. I need help deciding on what to do. I don't care to get up and get dressed up and do it like a Halloween morning live stream party, but I would prefer it be at night. I think it'd be better, but who knows? Hey, Michelle, good morning. Yeah, AP, yeah, Timothy, he's going to dress up. He's like, I want this costume from offline. I was like, gosh, you're waiting till the last minute to order it offline. It was some kind of character from some game. But he was like, if I can't get it in time, I'll just find something at the store. My kid's really easy to please. He's real laid back like me. He's not very picky, So whenever I will be there watching. Yeah, I want you to come up on panel with your bat headband, your new one. Hey, Ellie. Every time I see Ellie, I think of the Andy Griffith Show. I still watch at 5 o'clock every day. Oh, I got an old soul about me. Well, let's see what's going on in true crime. Here's a new article, and they must just uploaded it. Police found 3 Florida children living with 245 animals, including dogs, guinea pigs, and rats. My 7-year-old wants to be a pro gamer for Halloween. Mine wants to be a pro gamer every day of the year, Michelle. Timothy loves games. He's good at it, too. Okay. Police in Edgewater, Florida found 3 children living alongside 245 animals in deplorable conditions after conducting a wellness check over the weekend. They were dispatched to the home on Sunday to conduct a well-being check of 3 juveniles. Once they arrived, officers found the children, who were all girls, ages 8, 9, and 10, in what authorities describe as deplorable living conditions. It was immediately evident neither the children nor the animals were being cared for properly, the police said. During the investigation, police said they found 4 dogs, 2 cats, 9 guinea pigs, and 1 more that was deceased in a cage, 12 rabbits, 4 hamsters, 10 sugar gliders, 14 birds, 1 gecko, 1 tortoise, 1 hedgehog, 7 bearded dragons, 1 leopard gecko, 95 mice, 60 adult rats, and 23 baby rats. Officers also said they observed rotting food, animal feces, and urine throughout the home. Oh, my dear God. These photos are horrible. I'll have to put this up in a video for y'all to see. Y'all need to go over and just Google People Magazine True Crime. then click on it, and it pulls up all the true crime articles. And click on that article. It's the first one. And see this poor little dog, little chihuahua, missing fur, starved to death, looks like it's sick, nasty refrigerator. Oh my goodness. It is so bad. Those poor children, those poor animals. Okay, so what else? Why would they do this? The children were removed from the residence by the CPS, placed with responsible family member. Meanwhile, the Edgewater Animal Control removed the animals from the home and brought them to a local animal shelter. Gosh, I'd love to have one of those bearded dragons. According to the Washington Post, Greg called the police for a wellness check after he broke up with Susan, his wife. Oh, so a man called for a wellness check after he broke up with his wife, Susan. And I guess there was a living girlfriend or something. So there was 2 women that were arrested for this. I guess the mother of the kids and her girlfriend. I guess one of them had a husband and got mad, that's what it sounds like, and called the police for a wellness check there. They probably knew it was like nasty inside like that. Oh, I love beardies too. I used to have one named Ragnar, Ellie, from the Viking show on the History Channel. Fortunately, it was sick when I bought it, and it died. Never buy a bearded dragon. It's like looking out the glass. You want one that's sitting near the heat lamps. One of the more dominant ones. But I just couldn't help it. It was looking out the glass at me like, please help me. So I bought it set up and everything that day. And it lived for about a month, and it just died. It was eating right, and I was taking care of it right, so must have been sick. People, I'll tell you what, sometimes I think the human being is one of the most disgusting things sometimes that God ever made. Think about it. Some of the things that humans do to each other, to animals. I mean, it's just, I can't imagine just living in felt like that. Like, I've got 4 dogs, and I have to clean up after them every day, and I have to make sure they're clean. Clean animals, clean home. Same with children. A lot more healthy. Can't imagine kids living in that. Animals are a lot of work and a lot of responsibility. Believe me. I cleaned a chicken coop out yesterday. Lisa, calm down, Lisa. Calm down. You'll be all right. Humans are the best and worst creatures. I agree, Ellie. Agree. Mandy, I definitely prefer animals. Yeah. It's my sweet Mel Mel. I love your hair in this picture, Mel. It looks so damn good. Hey, Christina. How are you? So hopefully, all these animals and stuff find a home. Hopefully the kids as well. Thank God they got some good family that'll take them. Don't got to be in foster care. Oh, yeah. Here we have one of those mothers with the, I don't know if this would be the Munchausen by proxy or if it would be the other one where they do it for monetary gain. I forget what that's called. Oh, I just done a video on it the other day. I can't think of the word. Colorado mom received media attention and charitable donations while saying her daughter had been diagnosed with an illness that does something to her digestive system, I think. She was Kelly Renee Turner. She's now 41. She was arrested at a hotel in Glendale last Friday. I hear Sonny cockadoodling. Last Friday, in connection with the 2017 death of her 7-year-old daughter, Olivia Gant. She is charged with first-degree murder, child abuse, theft, charitable fraud, attempt to influence a public servant, and second-degree forgery. She was diagnosed. The mother claimed she was diagnosed with a neurogastrointestinal, I can't say the other word, which caused her to have intestinal failure. On a GoFundMe page she launched that raised $23,000. The mother wrote her daughter was born prematurely and suffered from autism, seizure disorder, and developmental delays, and a tumor. Certain words I cannot pronounce for the life of me. I cannot help it, especially when I'm live streaming. So the mom and the daughter were actually on the news because the little girl had a bucket list of last wishes, which included riding in a police car and spraying water on a fire with a firefighter. Like, pretend to be a firefighter. A Denver-based company helped little Olivia dress up as a bat princess to save the Disney princesses, Belle and Ariel. And the indictment against the mom says several of the girl's doctors told investigators they did not believe Olivia's medical problems were terminal. But an investigation wasn't launched until Turner allegedly claimed that another child in her care had been diagnosed with cancer. So she had done killed one and she's going to start on another one. The Denver Channel, citing the indictment, reports that during the investigation, Turner herself allegedly brought up Munchausen by proxy syndrome, where a caretaker exaggerates or induces illness in a child for attention or sympathy. And she did admit to fabricating the second child's cancer, but maintained that she was telling the truth about Olivia. Olivia's body was exhumed, and autopsy showed no evidence she died of intestinal failure. She's held without bond. What year did it say that she died? 2017? Yeah, Olivia died in 2017. So it took them a while to get her for murder. So that means that there's still hope that Fotis Dulos will be charged with Jennifer's murder. Sometimes it just takes a long time to gather evidence. I wonder why these doctors didn't report this to like the social services or something. Maybe they did. It's the first time I'm hearing about this story. Let's see. There's probably a lot of children in the world that their caretaker's making them sick right now. So much evil in the world. Lord have mercy. You really got to be a real fruitcake, nut, crazy ass weirdo to do something like that. I'm sorry, but you really got to be. Like, who the hell would want to make their own child sick? There's people right now on their hands and knees begging the Lord not to take their child because they're probably suffering with cancer or something, some other kind of horrible illness. And then you got these bitches making their kids sick on purpose. What the F is wrong with the world? God. Southern Mom, Faithful One. Hey, ladies. Makes no sense, no. Evil people. Amen, Mandy. Sure are. Sarah, I'm so sorry to hear that. Cerebral palsy. See what I mean? That makes me so mad that people would do that. Like, you need attention that bad? You would make your kid sick and kill him? God, man, they just need to take people like that and just give them out the damn death penalty. Seriously. When I read that article and done that video about Munchausen by proxy, crap, I just lost my train of thought because I got mad about that. Okay, yeah. It said that there was like one known person that had kind of, I don't know if you would call it be cured from it, but I guess went to counseling stuff, and I guess they don't need that attention anymore. It's when they don't have the need for that attention anymore. I don't think there's no cure for that. That's wired in the brain. No, Love Hollis, I have not. I did have to take some wrenches, and they're still like, God, man, I said 30 in that post. No, there's like 50 people with wrenches, and I took some, and there's still like about 30, I'd say. So I really don't know what to do about it. Because most of the people that's left with wrenches, I really like. You know what I mean? I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. Yeah, I don't know who did it. I know who's in my block list and who's not. You know what I mean? So I think that's really weird because I was in Molly Golightly's chat yesterday. She was talking about somebody blocked people on her channel, a couple other channels, and I said, well, this person moderated for me. And she said, well, did they ever do anything on your channel? And I said, no, they never did anything like that. Which they don't have a wrench in here. They've not had one for a long time. But then right after that, yeah, like 10 people is blocked. Yeah, I unblocked them though. They probably didn't even know they were blocked. Oh, I just had some people in the block list that shouldn't have been there. And I just realized that I don't know how long they've been there either. Oh, no, Manny, I'm not taking yours, girl. Definitely not. Yeah, they are just wrenches. I mean, people take mine. I mean, if I don't go in their chat no more, it don't bother me a bit. You know, I don't mind to moderate, but it's not something I get upset over. But a lot of people do. You know, a lot of people really social media, that's the only way they have to socialize. Like that is their life, which is kind of hard to understand for me. That's why they take this stuff so serious. This YouTube business is freaking nuts, insane. I don't know what to say about it. Scary. Um, it's to the point you can't even maybe give your opinion even in a respectful way because, you're scared you'll be treated like the other people were. You know what I mean? And not everybody's got nerves for that. One of these days, somebody's going to get picked on and bullied and stuff so much that they do something to themselves. And take it from me, it's it's not an easy thing to live with, to think maybe your words or something push somebody over the edge. I know. I live with it every day of my life. Yeah, I don't care who chats where. I just want to say that. What side of the fence you're on, there shouldn't be sides. I don't even like to say that sides, but I don't care. If you want to come in here and chat, that's fine. Leave it at the door. The other, you know what I mean? You would think people would get tired of hearing this drama. They don't. They love it. And a lot of them stir the pot, make it worse, and lie. I've had people lie to me. I've had people come and tell me before so and so said this or that. Me go look at the damn video and not a word of it be so. Used to, I'd get mad because I would believe them because I'm just not a person that lies, and I think everybody's like that. I assume. I would never tell someone something, lie on somebody, just to get somebody mad. Yeah, I had that happen several times. Ask Mandy C because I've texted her before. Hey, so and so told me this, and she can be witness to this. One time somebody told me, "Oh, Brian St. John did a video about you." I was so upset. He did not do no video about me. Mandy went and checked. She's like, he did not. He was giving somebody a shout out. Seriously, true story. Well, it's crazy here. Well, I'm not really wanting to take none of y'all's wrenches. I mean, honestly, I just trying to take some that don't come in here anymore and figure out how this block stuff happened. Hell, I might have done it myself over time, but who knows? I'm bad to push buttons. I seen you, faithful one. You've been watching old Sunny videos. Yesterday, my video I uploaded was actually not the copy I wanted to upload. Had some bad editing yesterday video and some stuff left out, and it was a lot of video to try to edit, to be honest. And I'd done it twice, 2 separate times. So, but anyhow, I'm gonna try to get better at it. And next time I'm gonna take something so I can prop my phone up higher so my head ain't cut off when I'm working. If y'all don't care to see my big fat ass in Sunny's videos, I'll do all kinds of working videos. Thank you, Mel Mel. Hey, when people say wrenches can destroy your channel, they can. They can. I've had people do stuff behind my back before, moderators. None that's moderating now. Mm-hmm. And you know how shady people are. Somebody sent me a screenshot. Oh, I blocked so and so behind Cece's back. I'll tell her later. She won't mind. You know what? That caused me and someone else a falling out. Somebody used to have a channel. And I sent them that screenshot. And I told them I took their wrench. I'm not going to say who it was. Hey, Chrissy. I'm happy you're here. I used to get Chrissy and Katie Red Room Media mixed up. months and months ago. And y'all say a prayer for Katie. She is sick, having to go to the doctor. Um, her blood pressure is really high. So I'm kind of worried about her. Hey, Light Feather, yesterday my damn phone cut off when I was recording. I put the chickens in the chicken run and I didn't have any problem. I just I opened up their door with a stick, went around to the trampoline and throwed some corn. So that made Sonny lead the hens straight in there. And I run around and shut him in. If that rooster ever gets a hold of me, he'll hurt me because he's got a lot of aggression built up towards me. Wean them out, CC. You have a good channel and don't need that shady crap. No. That's like one time Linda Kay was hidden on my channel. And I love Linda, you know. But most people, they know if you've not if you know you've not said anything disrespectful or rude, then you know it's an accident here on my channel. JoJo in the house. Oh, thank you, Love Hoss. I thought it looked a little brassy myself in the sunlight. I've not been straightening it much lately. It's growed out a lot since I got it cut too. Oh, Mel, I was going to tell you, you've got me wanting to do the gel nails. I want some nails. But they got to be kind of short because I do a lot of work. Okay, I'm getting ready to go spend a ton of money at Tractor Supply. I got to buy a 50 pound bag of corn, cracked corn, a 50-pound bag of chicken crumble, a 50-pound bag of goat pellets. I think I saw an abscess on Annabelle yesterday, and she won't hold still and let me check her under her chest. Poor little goat. She was laying down yesterday. I was sitting there and I saw her looking at something. Then she jumped up real quick, but it looked kind of like she had an abscess. I'm breaking the bank, Mel. Can you imagine how much all that's going to cost? And I got to buy more hay for the funny farm. A bale of hay. My father-in-law bought Annabelle 8 bales of hay and gave her because they like to bring their grandbaby up here and let him see Annabelle. So they brought her hay. So Mom, I don't use my wrench anyway. It's just for looks. I'm talking about people that don't come in here. Oh, girl. Like Shirley, she takes breaks from YouTube, so I get that. Plus, I'm going to try to look and see if I can find Annabelle a coat for winter at Tractor Supply, and I got to get her some goat wormer. So there's probably about $200 in Tractor Supply today. Plus whatever kind of cute shirt I can find in there too. Uh-oh, my dryer kicked off. Okay, I got off true crime, y'all. Texas father shot dead protecting his family from intruders. He paid the highest price. Wow. Authorities in Texas searching for at least 2 men who killed a 29-year-old father shooting him in his own home as he tried to defend his young family. Okay, he's an Australian native. Okay, I don't know if I can pronounce his name. Brenton Estorff, maybe? He lives in Houston with his wife and children. In the Houston suburb of, is it Katy? You know what? It was Wednesday, and that was his birthday. Isn't that something? The sheriff in Fort Bend vowed to apprehend the killer during a press conference. Sheriff described to the public to be on the lookout for a light-colored four-door sedan with a sunroof that was caught on surveillance video fleeing the scene. The car's taillights may be broken. He gave his life in defense of his family, the sheriff said. What more honor can you bestow upon an individual than that? So there's two suspects, saying there's a chance there's a third person who may have been involved in the homicide. The sheriff said they're going to pay for this before urging the suspects to turn themselves in. You came into the wrong county, he said. Whew. Said his family flew into Texas from Australia and confirmed he died protecting his family. He wrestled those two blokes away from his wife and kids, his father said. That's when they shot him. Unfortunately, he paid the highest price. His wife and children, ages 1 and 3, were unharmed. His widow called 911 after the shooting. It says, here's some of the words she said during the call. Help me, please. Oh, someone just broke into my house and shot my husband. I think it's Angelina said in the 911 call. I just heard glass shattering, and then my husband jumped up and took off after them, and they just started shooting. Can you imagine that? But if somebody broke in here, they'd be breaking into the wrong house here. They'd get shot. Hey, Kimmy. Shana, is that all over y'all's media? Yeah. It's in People Magazine's got an article about it. People Magazine gets the articles out before other places do, I've noticed. And here was a nanny who killed the little boy she's babysitting. Little cute little boy. Nicole Sparks had left her toddler son in the care of a babysitter so she could go to work. When she heard the boy was sick, she told multiple local news outlets. Sparks and the caregiver, who has not been publicly identified, took Colton Sparks Blackwood to a nearby emergency room in California, where he was described as unresponsive. He was then airlifted to the University of California Davis Children's Hospital on January 15th. Colton was nearly 2 when he was pronounced dead later that day. In the beginning, it was stated as a suspicious death, meaning he could have possibly been sick or it was accidental. We knew in our hearts that it wasn't true, the boy's paternal grandmother, Tracy Golsinski, told the newspaper. 5 months after his death, the coroner's office completed its autopsy report and stated the boy died from blunt force trauma. The report stated he was found to have severe brain and internal organ damage. Oh my gosh, he's so cute too, little blonde-headed boy. Um, October 17th, the Sonora police chief confirmed to reporters that they were investigating Colton's death as a homicide. Let's see. Meanwhile, the boy's family started a Facebook page and are determined to get justice for Colton. They protested at various government agencies, hoping someone would take notice. They hosted fundraisers in an effort to raise awareness about Colton and children who have been abused. So they've not arrested her yet. They're just investigating it. So I need to do a video on it. We need to check out that Facebook group. I think I deactivated my Facebook though. I hadn't heard of this story. I want to be an anchor woman, JoJo. I want to be Ashley Banfield or Nancy Grace. I'm not good at wording things, though, properly, so. And with this country accent, I don't think it's going to happen. I'm not going to be an anchor woman anytime soon. Yeah, his name is spelled with a K, y'all. It's spelled like this. Let's see. I may not be pronouncing it right. I may not have spelled it right either. Let me go back and see. Crap, I done exited out of it. Spelled something like that. You're too nice to be Nancy Grace Eric. Gee, I know. My husband hates Nancy Grace Eric. But y'all know why, she had to be like that for her show. Plus, Nancy Grace is kind of bitter. And it's understandable. Her fiance was murdered and robbed. They took $15 out of his wallet. That's all he had, I reckon. But she was in college. And I think she was going to college, majoring in English or something, literature, I don't know, something like that. But she changed her major after his murder, become a lawyer, prosecutor. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Miriam. Hey, girl. I didn't see it, Eric. I didn't see it. I really like Ashley Banfield. Like, I loved her show on HLN at night. She did the true crime news. Um, it used to be like an hour show, then they extended it to like a 2-hour show. And then right after Chris Watts murdered Shanann and the girls, they took that off the air. And that's how I felt the true crime community in YouTube. And I found Molly Golightly first. Because I was looking for Chris Watts news updates. Yeah, I'm still in shock over that article I read earlier about all those animals in the house with those children. That is just still on my mind. I cannot imagine. Ugh. See how things just pop in and out of my head. I'm all over the place. Oh, here's a good one. I wish I could show y'all the picture. So this white guy is arrested in Tennessee on drug and assault charges. But his name is Tupac Shakur. Shit you not. Y'all go look this up. Look up. Man named Tupac Shakur arrested in Tennessee on drug and assault charges. This article by People Magazine. He looks like a crackhead to me. This guy does. And People Magazine did an article about it. I guess because he shares the same name as the rapper Tupac Shakur, who was murdered in Vegas. I really liked Tupac too. I like to listen to some rap music, some of it. Miriam, Elizabeth Smart is an amazing young woman. Yes, she is. You know, her dad came out as gay a while back, and it was just like all over the news. And I never did a video on it, even though People Magazine's True Crime did, because I thought this does not have anything to do with true crime. That's his personal business. You know, there's no need to discuss that. Yeah, it was like big news when he came out that, he was going to get a divorce and that he's gay. And I'm just like, that don't have nothing to do with true crime. Trying to see what else they have here. California dad accused of killing sons with autism by driving them into the river, weeps in court. Gosh, why does all these people got to have all these complicated names to pronounce? Can't read anything because you can't pronounce anything. Elmizayan or something like that. Okay, his first name is Ali. Okay, so I can pronounce that. This week marked the start of a federal fraud trial of Ali Elmizayan or something like that. 44-year-old father accused of killing his two sons with severe autism by driving off a California pier into the Pacific Ocean before later collecting on the insurance policies he'd purchased in their names. Opening arguments in the Hawthorne man's trial were presented Thursday in a Los Angeles court. According to local reports, which indicate the defendant wept openly in court during the proceedings. He has pleaded not guilty. They allege he had many troubles and concocted a scheme to drive off the pier at the port of Los Angeles with his sons and ex-wife, his only passengers. The jurors learned he took out accidental death policies on all three, which his defense attorneys argued he was a loving dad who was distracted on April 9, 2015, and accidentally accelerated into the Pacific Ocean. So I cannot pronounce these kids' names. They must be Arabic. How you say that? Arabic names? Arabic. So the two sons were 13 and 8, and they drowned. But his ex-wife, who is expected to testify for the state, managed to escape the vehicle and was rescued by a fisherman. Seems like I remember when this happened. Seems like it was on HLN. Oh, so he's Egyptian. Okay. Prosecutors further alleged the Egyptian native abused his wife and threatened her life on numerous occasions. His defense attorney says his ex-wife is massively neurotic, anxious, and worried about everything. Yeah, it's always the abusers always say that. They always say the victims are the crazy ones. It's exactly how Fotis Dulos is doing. Him and his attorneys, they're trying to say Jennifer was crazy. Everything was her fault. It's so sad. Shirley. Oh my God, it's so good to see you. I wear my feather necklace she made me on Sonny's feather all the time. I was asking about you the other day. I was like, has anybody seen Shirley? Yeah, Miriam. Abusers always, but they always blame the victims, don't they? Oh, listen, this. He was paying $6,000 a year for the life insurance policies he had on them, all three of them. And after his son's deaths, he collected $260,000. So he'll be tried in a separate trial for the murders of his sons. The date for the start of those proceedings has not been set. We're going to follow that trial right there. Seems like it may be interesting. It's called gaslighting. You know, I didn't know what gaslighting was until a few months ago. Yeah. Yeah, sick for money. You would kill your two kids, autistic kids too. You know, drowning or a fire would be a horrible way to go, wouldn't it? My biggest fear is drowning, even though I can swim. Always has been. I about drowned one time, so I guess that's why. Oh, congratulations, Shirley. I forgot you was going to be a mama again. Well, it's a good thing you've been off here because it has been crazy on YouTube, girl. Crazy. These people are nuts on here. Seriously. I am too, Lisa. My mom is scared to death of water. So is my brother. My brother really, really about drowned when he was little. I about drowned one time too. But it's because somebody ducked me underwater and I just started panicking. And I was about 16 drinking beer and about water. It's probably 100 foot deep. Shouldn't have been there. She come up from behind me and ducked me underwater. And I panicked. And this boy jumped in and I about drowned him because I was pulling to him, you know, trying to get up because I was panicked. Hey, Nary. Everybody check out Nary Quiet Contrary's channel. She's just getting started. She likes to play music, just chill and chat. My gang of three, I call my kids are my freaking life. Well, I just got one, but he's my life. Yeah. My son, he's the best. He's a good kid. He makes the honor out every time. He doesn't even have to study or anything. He's just really smart. I'm blessed. And he's well behaved, got good manners. I have drilled good manners and politeness into my kid's head. Oh, just I cannot stand rude people. If you want to get me all fired up, be rude. Ah, thank you, Lisa. He's a good kid. He's got a good heart. He's smart too. And he'd do anything for me. He really is a mama's boy. When he's out, if he sees things that he thinks I'll like, he'll get it for me. He knows I like the little tree of life and stuff, so he got me that bracelet. Yeah, don't get me fired up. I am nice and quiet and respectful, but I can be One mean bitch. Have y'all heard anything about the little girl missing in Alabama? Cupcake. I'm trying to think of her name. All right, here, let me see. Crime Stoppers receiving hundreds of tips on Camille Cupcake McKinney. I saw her mother in an interview, and she said not to call her Camille, to call her Cupcake. As the search continues for Cupcake carries on into its ninth day, Crime Stoppers in Metro Alabama has been flooded with tips on the three-year-old's supposed whereabouts. They're asking the public for more specific information. Since Cupcake first went missing last week, Crime Stoppers has received a significant uptick in tips. Since Saturday of last week, we're approaching 400 tips, they said. Cupcake's case is far outside the norm in terms of number of tips the group usually receives, which is usually between 50 and 60 a week. The majority of the tips have been about Cupcake, who was abducted from the Tom Brown Village housing community in Avondale, something like that, on October 12th. Where is she? I hope she's okay. I hope they have not done anything bad to her. Oh, Southern Mom, I will. I'll keep your son in my prayers. Yeah, Lisa, I'm reading y'all's chat. Yeah, that's what I tell my son, too. I tell him, don't start no shit, but don't take no shit. And all y'all, please remember Southern Mom's son in y'all's prayers. I don't like that she's nicknamed Cupcake. It seems objectified. Yeah. I wonder how she got that name. Easy. Oh, he's got the cutest little cheeks. Easy going. Oh, I just love your little puppy picture. Is that really your puppy? That's why I'm saying there's a lot going on in this world. People's kids need prayers and, people dying and stuff. And these people on YouTube are worried about damn drama from people they don't even know. You know? Me included, because I get caught up in it too. I get nosy, y'all. Real nosy. I watch it and then I feel guilty about it. I wish he was mine. No, I have teacup Yorkies, but this breed is supposedly smaller. Oh, teacup Yorkies. Oh, I got a little Yorkie. She's old, though, Miss Chloe. I call her Granny. Yeah, I probably got easy going there. I probably got really lucky. My son has always been sweet. He was the best baby, toddler. He's been the best kid. Very blessed. Me too, Mandy C. I'm very guilty of watching it, but I don't ever comment anything bad or anything disrespectful. I just wish it all stopped. Just run your channels, people. Be yourself. Be kind. Respect people. Everything will be fine. You're always going to have haters, but like I say, if you got haters, do I know these people? No. So The hell with them. I don't care what they think about me. Let them talk. Oh, yeah, easy going. Me and him's always had a really, really close bond. I'd do anything for him. When I talk, hey, easy going, this reminds me, when I talk about Cindy Watts and Chris Watts, you know how she takes up for Chris. I, I get aggravated about that, so I had to remind myself. I had to ask myself, what if that was my son? Of course, she still loves her son. Um, but the way she goes about things and stuff, it says stuff, it's my problem with her. Stuff she said about Shanann. See, talking about Timothy made me think about that. Y'all know how I am. I go from one topic to the next. Coffee's really kicked in this morning. Jojo, after you get done cleaning your toilet, you can come clean my bathroom and stuff. Take it up for Chris should be a crime, at least the way she does it. Exactly. Yes, the way that she does it and the things she says about Shanann. That was my problem with her interview, that first one she did, is the way she talked about Shanann. Like, how can you sit there and do that? Knowing everybody in the world's going to see it. And your son killed her, and your granddaughters, and your grandson. I just don't get it. And her book that was leaked, and she wanted people to know that they didn't have much money, didn't she? And she just kept repeating the fact that Chris was like Ronnie. I always clean the toilet last. So nasty. I know. I hate it. Something else I hate doing is cleaning out the refrigerator. But it's one of those things you got to do. Is Burble in the house? I didn't see him come in. Burble, you're late this morning. Her disdain for that woman who can't defend herself is hateful and despicable. Yeah, it's like she's jealous of her or something, wasn't it? Son's 9 and 10, got to clean every 2 hours. Bless my little boy's heart. He cannot aim for the toilet right or something. And getting hair out of the drains with a full house of girls. Well, I can't imagine that. I already got a lot of hair just with my own self. Boys just don't like cleaning after themselves. No, they don't. I will come in here and Timothy will have Coke Zero cans sitting here empty and empty wrappers. And another thing Timothy has is he puts candy wrappers in his pants pockets and never throws it away. And then I usually have to find them before I do wash or after. Yeah, that's what makes her look bad is, yeah, you're exactly right. It's the way she talked about Shanann. I mean, she should have showed some class. People that defend her say, well, did you want her to lie? Well, no, we didn't want her to lie, but she could have been more classier and showed some empathy and some sympathy for Shanann and the girls instead of just sitting there defending that monster son of hers and, trying to make Shanann look bad. Was Shanann perfect? No. I think they both were kind of responsible for the shitty relationship they had because they went back and forth at each other. But Cindy acts like a really judgmental person. I mean, I can't imagine being her daughter-in-law. I wouldn't want to be. I gotta get some coffee. Well, guys, I guess I've run my mouth enough. I need to get off here. I got get ready. My husband's gonna come back and pick me up, and gonna go out and get the farm animals some stuff. And thank y'all for chatting with me. I could sit here and just keep talking, but I really can't. I've really got things to do. Anyways, thank you all for chatting with me as always. I love y'all. Have a good day. Be kind and peace.